What if one day we feel like we have entered another world? A world where houses are covered with the colors of time, where rivers carry wishes in silent flames, and where each lantern glows like a heartbeat in the darkness. This is not just a trip. It is a journey to discover mystery, memory, and meaning. This morning, Emma's call was simple. Bella, come with us. But her words opened a door to flavors I've never really tasted, to strangers who could become friends, to learning to wait in the light of paper and light. So I packed light, a long dress, and a heart full of questions. Because today, English won't be in books. It will be in laughter, in sharing, in the gentle silence of lanterns floating down the river. This is day 14 of my journey. And tonight, under the ancient lights of the old town, we'll see how words can shine like lanterns, guiding, connecting, and changing us. Comment light if you're ready to embark on this adventure with me. Lesson 1. A morning call to adventure. The morning was quiet. The sky was soft and pale, and a few birds were singing outside my window. I stretched slowly, holding a cup of warm tea in my hand. I whispered to myself, in a few days, I will leave for another country. But today, something new is waiting for me. Suddenly, my phone rang. It was Emma.
Bella, good morning. Do you want to go to the old town today?
The old town? Really? I thought I would stay home.
Come on. You must see it properly before you leave. We will walk, eat, and discover something new.
Smiling. Okay, I'll pack my bag. Let's go together. I put on my traditional dress and took my backpack. Inside, I placed my notebook, a pen, and my phone. I tied my hair, looked into the mirror, and whispered again. This will not be just a trip. This will be a memory. When I stepped outside, the sun was rising slowly. The day felt open, full of promise, and my heart beat a little faster. Vocabulary in context. Properly, in the right way, completely. Example, I want to visit the old town properly, not just walk past it. Traditional dress. Cultural clothes of a country. Example, I wore my traditional dress for the festival. Backpack, a bag carried on the back. Example, I put water and books in my backpack. Memory, something you remember from the past. Example, this trip will be a happy memory. Promise, something you say you will do. Example, I made. Shadowing practice. Repeat after me. I'll pack my bag. Let's go together. This will be a memory. Sometimes I feel like staying home. But every time I say yes to adventure, my world becomes bigger. And every step outside is not only a journey in life, it is also a journey in English. Lesson 2. On the road with Emma. Emma comes to my house on her motorbike. She smiles, waving to me like the sun itself. I climb into the back seat, backpack in hand. The engine starts. Boom. And the morning air brushes my face. We drive through the crowded streets. Shops are open. The smell of bread and coffee fills the air. I whisper softly, "The city is waking up." Soon we stop at a small restaurant. The sign reads, "Traditional Pho." Inside, steam rises from large pots. The aroma is warm and fragrant.
Let's have pho for breakfast, Bella. The pho at this restaurant is really good.
I've never been to this restaurant before. How do you know this restaurant is good?
Every time I go to the Old Town, I stop by this restaurant to eat pho. It's been a long time since I've eaten it, and I miss it so much.
Okay. Pho is a special traditional dish of our people, and it's always delicious. We sat down, and the bowl of pho, broth, herbs, and beef was brought out quickly. I took the first sip of the pho broth to try. It was hot, rich in the flavor of the stew and very fatty. I whispered in English, "Pho is very rich and very delicious. This is Emma's favorite restaurant." After breakfast, Emma leaned closer with the mischievous smile.
One more stop, coffee. We need it before we get to the Old Town.
Yeah, a strong cup of coffee will fuel our adventure. At the cafe, I ordered 2 milk coffees. Emma smiled when I took my first sip and grimaced. I whispered, "Strong coffee, I feel awake." Back on the motorbike, Emma asked,
Have you really explored the old quarter?
"Just passed by once or twice. I never discovered anything really special about it."
So today, Bella, you will discover special things and handicrafts. Just wait and see.
Her words made me curious. What secret? What surprise? I smiled. Today will be a special and memorable day. Vocabulary in context. Motorbike. A two-wheeled vehicle with an engine. Example. Emma came to my house on a motorbike. Aroma. A strong, pleasant smell. Example. The aroma of coffee filled the coffee. Rich. Full of strong taste. Example. The broth of pyeocho is rich and delicious. Fuel. To give energy. Example. Breakfast fuels my day. Grimace. Make a funny or twisted face, usually when something tastes strong or unusual. Example. He grimaced after drinking the strong coffee. Shadowing practice. Repeat slowly after me, then faster with confidence. The city is waking up. Pho is very rich and very delicious. Strong coffee, I feel awake. Today will be a special and memorable day. When you speak even simple English sentences about these moments, you are already turning daily life into practice, and practice into confidence. Lesson 3. A picture becomes a connection. The old town felt like stepping into a painting. Yellow walls glowed at the morning sun, and lanterns swayed gently above narrow streets. Emma and I stopped near an ancient house covered with pink bougainvillea. Emma handed me her phone.
Bella, take one of me here.
I laughed and took a few shots. Then she did the same for me. Finally, we stood together in front of the wall. We were still laughing when a foreign couple walked closer. The husband held a camera, smiling politely.
Excuse me, could you take a photo of us?
Of course. I stepped back, framed the shot with the lanterns above them, and clicked. Another, closer, with the flowers in the background. I showed them the screen. Here you go. Beautiful.
Oh, thank you. These are perfect.
Then the husband hesitated for a moment, still smiling.
Actually, could we take one with you too as well? You look so natural here. It would be nice to remember this place with new friends.
Emma raised her eyebrows at me, and we both laughed.
Why not? One photo together.
A passerby helped us. The 5 of us stood in front of the glowing house. 2 travelers, 2 locals, 1 street, 1 moment. Afterward, the wife said warmly,
Thank you. Meeting you made this morning even more special. Do you use WhatsApp? We'd love to share the photos.
I hesitated only a second before typing my number. Yes, let's keep in touch. As they walked away, Emma nudged me.
See, Bella? A picture can become a bridge.
And she was right. A simple photo had turned strangers into friends, and the old town into a memory we all now shared. Vocabulary and context. Frame. To set the edges of a picture. Example. I framed the shot with lanterns above them. Selfie. A photo you take of yourself, usually with friends. Example. We snapped a selfie in front of the wall. Hesitate. To pause before doing something. Example. He hesitated before asking for a group photo. Locals. People who live in a place. Example. The couple wanted a photo with the locals. Bridge. Something that connects people or places. Example. A picture can become a bridge. Shadowing practice. Could you take a photo of us? One photo together. Meeting you made this morning even more special. A picture can become a bridge. Sometimes the best connections happen when you least expect them. Helping someone, sharing a smile, or saying yes to a simple request can turn a quiet morning into a story you'll never forget. In English, small phrases like, "Could you take a photo of us?" or let's keep in touch carry not only language, but also friendship. Lesson 4. Souvenirs and shared tables. The old town streets were alive with colors. Shops displayed handmade fans, carved wooden animals, silk scarves, and small lanterns that glowed even in the daylight. Emma pulled me toward a small shop filled with souvenirs.
Bella, these keychains are cute. Perfect gifts.
Yes, souvenirs are always special. Small, but full of meaning. I picked up a wooden keychain in the shape of a lantern. His souvenir is small, but it carries memory. The shopkeeper smiled warmly.
Do you need any help?
How much is this one?
It's $1.20.
I nodded and bought 2, one for myself, one for Emma. Outside, the sun was climbing higher, and our stomachs were reminding us it was lunchtime. Emma led the way into a small restaurant filled with the aroma of garlic and fried chicken.
Bella, today we eat chicken rice. Not like KFC. This is our tradition.
The plates arrived quickly. Golden rice, shredded chicken, fresh herbs, and a small bowl of soup. I whispered in English. The rice is yellow. The chicken is soft. Around us, I noticed several foreign tourists eating happily. One woman leaned back and said loudly, "Tourist, this is delicious. I love it." Emma and I looked at each other and laughed. Food needed no translation. Vocabulary in context. Souvenir. A small gift or object to remember a place. Example. I bought a souvenir for $2 in the old town. Carved. Cut into wood or stone to make shapes. Example. The shop sells carved wooden animals. Shredded. Cut into thin, small pieces. Example. The chicken was shredded on top of the rice. Tradition. A custom or way of doing something from the past. Example. Eating chicken rice is a tradition here. Aroma. A pleasant smell. Example. The aroma of garlic filled the restaurant. Shadowing practice. This souvenir is small, but it carries memory. The rice is yellow. The chicken is soft. This is delicious. I love it. Lesson 5. Lanterns and floating lights. After lunch, Emma grabbed my arm with excitement.
Bella, come with me. I have a surprise.
We walked into a narrow shop filled with bright colors. Every corner glowed with handmade lanterns, red, blue, yellow, and green. Some were round, some long, some shaped like flowers. The air smelled of glue, wood, and fabric. A man greeted us with a smile.
Welcome. Do you want to make a lantern?
Yes, my friend and I want to try.
I hesitated. Make a lantern? I never tried before. But Emma was already sitting down, rolling bamboo sticks. The shopkeeper handed me a small frame and fabric. He showed me how to stretch the fabric over the frame and glue the edges. At first, my fingers stuck together and I laughed. Emma teased me.
Bella, your lantern is a little crazy.
It's not crazy, it's creative. Finally, I finished. My lantern was red with gold flowers. This lantern is my memory. I made it myself. Later, the shopkeeper brought out small paper lotus flowers, floating lanterns.
At night, people put these on the river. It means peace, luck, and love.
I touched one gently. The lantern is small, but the wish is big. Emma whispered.
Tonight, Bella, we will go in the river and release them.
I nodded, holding my red lantern close. My hands smelled of glue, but my heart smelled of joy. Vocabulary in context. Lantern, a light covered with paper or fabric. Example, the red lantern shines in the night. Frame, the basic structure to hold something. Example, I put fabric on the lantern frame. Fabric, cloth material used for clothes or lanterns. Example, the lantern is made of fabric. Glue, sticky liquid to join things. Example, I used glue to fix the lantern. Release, to let go. Example, people release lanterns on the river for luck. Shadowing practice. Make a lantern? I never tried before. This lantern is my memory. I made it myself. The lantern is small, but the wish is big. Tonight, we will go on the river and release them. Sometimes, the things we create with our own hands are not perfect, but they are powerful. A handmade lantern may cost only a few dollars, but it carries a story, a memory, and a wish. Lesson 6. On the river with lights. Evening came slowly. The sky turned purple, the air grew cooler, and the streets of the old town glowed with thousands of lanterns. Emma and I walked toward the river, each holding a small paper lotus. At the dock, a woman waved to us.
Boat ride? $4 for 2 people.
Yes, please. We want to ride.
We stepped carefully into the small wooden boat. It rocked gently as the water whispered below. The woman pushed the boat into the river, and soon the lights of the town reflected like stars on the water. Emma whispered,
The river is full of light.
I whispered back. It feels like a dream. The boat lady handed us long sticks with candles inside paper lanterns.
Now you can release your wishes.
Emma closed her eyes and placed her lantern on the water. It floated away slowly, glowing red and gold.
My wish is for peace.
I held my lantern tightly. I whispered softly, my wish is for courage. Then I let it go. The small light joined the hundreds already dancing on the river. For a moment, everything was quiet. No noise, no hurry, only water, light, and hope. When we returned to the dock, Emma smiled at me.
Bella, tonight you are part of the Old Town story.
And English is part of my story now. Vocabulary and context. Dock, the place where boats stop. Example, we waited at the dock for the boat. Rock, to move gently from side to side. Example, the small boat rocked on the water. Whisper, to speak very softly. Example, the river whispered as we floated. Release, to let go. Example, I released the lantern onto the river. Glow, to shine softly. Example, the lanterns glowed red and gold. Shadowing practice. The river is full of light. It feels like a dream. My wish is for peace. My wish is for courage. The lanterns glowed red and gold. When you release a lantern, you release a piece of yourself, your hope, your fear, your love. English is the same. Each word you speak may feel small, but together, they can light up your whole journey. The lantern drifted away. The old town had given me food, friends, and laughter. But its true gift was quieter. It reminded me that every word I speak in English is like a lantern released into the world. Small, fragile, imperfect, yet strong enough to carry light across the river of life. I don't need perfect grammar to shine. I don't need a flawless accent to be understood. I only need courage. The courage to open my mouth, to try, to connect. So tonight, as the river carries my lantern, I promise myself this. I will keep speaking. I will keep learning. I will keep shining. And if you are listening to me now, remember, you hold a lantern too. Light it. Release it. Let your English carry you farther than you ever imagined. Comment 1 if you are ready to light your own lantern of English. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Because together, our voices can turn one flame into 1,000 lights.